see all the different options are available right over here on the left. But then specifically, we're looking for the accounting rules. So what these are is it's a feature where I can come in, I can write a series of rules. So I could just say that this is post payments to AR. And I could do a very simple rule that just blindly applies to every single invoice. So that's what this criteria right here is. The idea is that you can write a series of rules, each one of them scored, so it'll find the rule that matches the current invoice, and then it will perform the processing that you'd like on there. So as you come down, I could write some criteria, like this is where if I had multiple divisions in my company, and based on the division, I want to post that revenue into a different account, I would be able to come in and say, okay, if the division, which I'd have to have an attribute for it, I believe I have one called invoice type in here. Then it'll just show you the values from there. So I could say if this is an invoice for an organization, maybe I have one account versus for my individual sales, I would have another account. That's one option that you might do. And you basically write the criteria to say, okay, well, if I have an invoice and the invoice type is an organization, then what I want to do is I want to move the money around in this way. So in this case, down here is where you actually write the rule, where you can create an automated rule that will post a new journal into the general ledger. So this might be a little bit more than a lot of you need. It's certainly an optional feature. You saw it comes disabled by default, but here I could come in. You'll see I can do it for each project, so I can move each line on the invoice to a different account. Lots of different little controls you can do there. Then I'd be able to take a value. So this is how you would be able to split out, let's say, the taxes versus the individual amount for items. You could split services versus items. Lots of different controls you have there. Or I could just grab the total value of the entire invoice, and then I'll just choose which account am I going to debit and which account am I going to credit. So here you can come in, you'd have a list of all the accounts inside of your organization, and you just pick where you want to move your money around. So you can keep this very simple. Just create one simple rule that would go and take money upon payment and then put it into the accounts receivable. That can be it. You could leave it completely disabled, but lots of new functionality here. We're going to go ahead and step on to the next feature, but definitely keep an eye on the accounting rules coming out. This will be a major topic over the upcoming months. Then next is delay